Okay, our next stretch we're going to do is one for our hamstrings, and we call it the strap stretch. You've probably seen or done, if you've done any yoga, some type of variation of this. We're going to change it up a little bit differently than some of the yoga classes teach it, mostly on how high, you're going to be lifting your leg and what to look for in that. So the first thing you're going to need is some kind of strap. This is obviously just a yoga strap. A belt strap works fine. You could use a tie, a scarf, anything that you have around the house. I'd like you to find something. You could use a resistance band, but I don't like them as much because I want you to be able to have something pretty unelastic, I guess, to hold on to instead of the resistance band that you kind of pull towards you and you're not quite getting the same stretch. Scarves, as I said, work well. Otherwise, a yoga strap, something like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down onto our back. Now, the main thing, and I'll move this for a second, that we want is to make sure that our ribs here, the lower part of our ribs, are touching the floor. And so for most of it, because of that rib thrust we were talking about earlier, they're actually raised up pretty high, as you can see mine are. And so we need to bring these down. The other thing we're looking at is our hamstrings. If your hamstrings are up off the floor at all, then we need to prop ourselves up to better adjust for this. So the first thing you can do with your head is take a yoga block, a half dome, and try putting that and lifting your head. Okay? For me, that's enough to bring my ribs down. For you, some of you, you may still be up here. And so what we do to figure out how high we need to bolster ourselves is actually kind of do a bit of a sit-up and see how high up off the floor are you to where those ribs come down. And so you may need something more like a bolster, or a stack of pillows works well too. So if you do need that, go ahead, find the bolster, position it to where now your ribs come down, so your head's on it. We're going to do an exercise in a little bit where it's going to be a little different. All right. So you can see me. I'm going to take the bolster out of the way. And I'm going to back up a little bit. There we go. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get our strap. And we're going to put it around the ball of one of our feet. And then we're going to straighten both legs out. And then I want you to lift your leg only as high as you can while keeping your pelvis relatively flat. Okay? So our two hip bones should be flat. And more importantly, the back of that hamstring should be off the floor. When I lift up too high, you see how I come up and I bring it down and that hamstring comes down again. So we want to keep that hamstring on the floor. Flex our foot. And then I want you to hold on to the strap with arms straight. Don't bend it like this. I really want that leg straight. Your arms are straight so that you can use your entire core to hold on to the weight of your leg. And we're literally just going to sit here and let this release. So again, good breathing opportunity here. And we just hold it. If you feel that hamstring release and you can bring it up a little bit more, that's totally fine. So this one, 30 to 5 minutes, as much as you can do it. Most of us are super tight in our hamstrings, and this is a really nice option. Now, if you wanted to add on a little bit to this after you've done your main hamstring, you can use your arms to pull your leg across your body to kind of get this side. Get that IT band and those abductors. And then what you want to do with this too is use the strap to make sure that your foot doesn't kind of come in and pull on the outside, so you keep that foot nice and flexed. Again, straight arms. Holding here. Bringing it back and down. And then you would, and I just like to do a nice little easy switch. Again, second foot. So, really mindful when you switch legs that you're still maintaining that contact with the ground with that opposite side hamstring. Our legs have different amounts of flexibility, so you may be able to come up fairly high on one and not so high on the other. And that's totally normal and totally fine. So again, holding, bringing it over. Whew, that's a good one. Using that strap to flex that foot. And again, holding 30 to 60 seconds longer if you can. And that is the strap stretch.